Buggies, mounts, rideable, tameable creatures, a brand new thing to Grounded 2. You can get yourselves a spider and an ant so far. They are planning to add more in the future. But first things first, I'm going to show you how you can grab the simplest creature, the ant. This thing is great. It's great for grabbing resources, great for harvesting, and it works okay in combat. It's not the best against some of the bigger enemies in game, but overall it'll increase your attack, a little bit better defense, and you can move across the map a hell of a lot faster. So it will help out in quite a lot of scenarios. Today I'm going to show you how you can get it from the hatchery, the nest, and where to find the red ant eggs themselves. There are several locations in game, but this one is the one that you can get to right from the beginning and the easiest. You will need to also unlock the hatchery blueprint to grab yourself a mount and craft a saddle whenever you build one of these. Now, to get the blueprint for the actual ant nest and the hatchery, you will need to progress through quest lines. So the quest line you'll need to go for is Investigate Snack Bar Anthill. Now, as the location may suggest, this is underneath the snack bar, just out from where you first start. Come to the snack bar anthill. Once you are outside, follow this path. Game. You want to head straight on into this cave. There's a few soldier ants in here, so you're going to need something equipable to take one of these guys on, and as well as that, you will need a torch just to be able to see your way through. A lot of these caves are really dark, but go straight on in. Once you've got your torch out, follow it. Then, as you can see, the tunnel splits off 3 ways. Now, when you come across the crossroads, you want to hit a right-hand turn and just head straight down to the bottom. Ignore where my character's gone there. Just keep going, follow it through. You'll come across the 2 rocks that are stuck together. Bust open the pebbles and then head straight on through there. As you come a little bit of a way down, you will start to see a box that is glowing. Now, that means you are in the right direction, and there is a soldier ant there that you'll have to take on. And then the mechanic sat at the back is how you will grab the hatchery device. Then you'll need to go see Sloane at a ranger station. Speaking to her will then give you the hatchery and the ant nest blueprints. You'll also get a snack bar turbo optical disc and a mimerologist token, whatever this thing is. But it basically helps you take on ants, and ants deal less damage towards you, which is quite good, and it is helpful when you're going into these ants' nest. And you will need that to go into the main ant nest to grab the soldier ant egg. Now, once you've got the blueprint for the hatchery, easy to build, doesn't require too much stuff, as you can see there. Weed stem, acorn shell, mite fuzz, and acorn top. Acorns are easy to find. They are all the way up here in the back by the sort of muddy, dark areas around this acre. There's loads and loads of acorns, easy to find there. Now, weed stems you can find everywhere. It's one of the easier items to craft. But alongside that, you will also need a red soldier ant egg, grub hide, sprig, and 1 acorn shell to build the actual buggy on top, the sort of saddle, if you will. And you need to build a saddle with each one you hatch. You can have multiple hatches, but in order to do that, you will need to build yourself an ant's nest. This will allow you to store up to 6 different buggies inside it, well, 6 different ants inside it, so you can unassign and swap them out if one of them is injured. Now, to get the eggs themselves, you want to come to this location here. This is the Hatchery Anthill South entrance, and relatively easy to get in here, but you will need no tools or anything to go down through this way. This is the easiest location. It does take a couple of minutes to get to the bottom, and you will come across a few soldier ants. I'd recommend taking a torch and something to heal with whilst you're down here. If you head all the way down, as you can see, you'll come across some red soldier ants. You can sprint past them if you want, but follow the pathway all the way down. Keep going. As long as you go the way I'm going, you will be perfectly fine. You won't have too many issues. A couple of soldier ants will spawn. If you want to fight them off, you can, because if they hit you whilst you're carrying the egg, you will drop it. Now, as you come down, you'll hit these screens here. You want to hit a left. Basically, keep left for a while, and keep going straight. You can't. Then you come across the ladder here, hit a left. It's really simple. You can't really get lost. If you do get lost, it just takes a bit of time to actually get to the egg. Then you come across the battery and the crate, head straight through. At the red dots there, hit a left. And then you'll come across another 9-volt battery. Follow the pathway once again. Now, I've cleared out quite a few of the soldier ants, so you won't come across many. Then, when you hit this crossroads, head straight across. Just follow this, and then you should start heading down. And then, as you can see, the computers and the battery there, hit a left. A lot of the other ways are blocked, but if you do go down them, you will come across more enemy ants that you will have to fight. So this is the easiest way. You'll see another soldier ant here, but hit a left at this location and go through this door. Now go straight on across past the eggs here. And follow this down again. Keep going all the way down to the bottom. Now, you will be able to see off in the distance some of the glow slimes, and there we have some trolleys with some eggs on. Deal with the soldier ant in this area, I'd recommend. Just give you a bit of an easier time, because there's some decent bits around here if you haven't explored this location. Now, taking on the soldier ants, really easy. Charge your attack, just to hit their block, take them down. It's only a couple of swings, and they don't do too much damage to you anyway. Once you're here, you can pick up the red soldier ant egg, and then head the same way back out of the cave itself. Now, once you've got your egg, relatively simple, place it in your hatchery. It takes 12 hours in-game time, which is around about 25 minutes real time, but if you do it at night, go to sleep for a few hours, come back, and this thing will be wide awake. Then, as you can see, you need a grub hide, 2 of, 3 sprigs, and 1 acorn shell to make yourself the saddle, which you have to have those to actually incubate it, I think. I don't think you can incubate it without. I had a dodgy egg earlier that was out of date, so they'll go all green and foggy. So if you don't keep them around for too long, then it's a bit of a bugger. They last about 3 days in-game, once you've removed them from their original location, which I showed you earlier on. So if they're at the spawn point, they will continue to last. But once you move them away from there, if you want to dump them in your base for a bit, like you would with planks, they will go stale after a few days. I think it's 3 days in-game time, so that's around about an hour and a half.